Hey everybody, I'm back with another video. Don't make fun of the Green Lantern shirt. I don't have a Thor shirt on me, so you're gonna have to live with Green Lantern. Anyway, so this is my little Thor retrospective. Now it's a funny story. When I was 10 years old, for my 11th birthday, that is, I really wanted to see Thor. So, went to Target and I got, the hammer, the helmet, the game for the DS, and I got the movie on DVD. And guess what? It was really boring. So, that was my first experience with Thor. I watched it and I was basically just bored to tears. I felt like it went on too long. I'm gonna have to watch it again, but from what I remember, it was super boring. It was just like, cause, it's been like, 7 years since I've seen it? 6 years. So, it could be better. But, it was really boring. There was some guy with a bow and arrow that later became Hawkeye, but I don't think they specifically mentioned his name as Hawkeye, so he's basically just some weird guy with a bow and arrow that nobody knows. So yeah, it was super boring. I didn't really like it. I was like, that was just really boring. And he only wears the helmet like one time. He wears it once and he takes it off. Is Chris Hemsworth's hair really that good? You'll be the judge of that. I don't know. I'll say no, because you can't replace the classic Thor helmet, no matter how good Chris Hemsworth's hair looks. So yeah, I was bored to tears pretty much. And then, basically, the reason I'm doing a retrospective, if you will, is because just today I finished The Dark World, because it's been sitting on my shelf since like 2015, 2016. So I figured, fine, I'll give it a watch, because Ragnarok came out on Netflix, because I've never seen a Thor movie in theaters. I was going to see it with one of my friends, but he got a C in Spanish, so he couldn't go. Anyway, that's sidetracking. So I watched Thor: The Dark World. I heard it was extremely boring, and I heard somebody on Twitter told me you could skip it, but I'm like, no, I gotta finish it, then I'll be done with the MCU until Ant-Man and the Wasp comes out. So I watched it, and it was pretty boring. I didn't like it. It was like, meh. It was okay, I guess. It was like, again, I felt like it went on too long. It was like, meh, it was okay, I guess. I really don't know how to feel about it. I'm caught up with the MCU, and it helps, it sort of helped, connect the dots with Avengers, Infinity War, and all that stuff. But, it was kind of boring, and just, it was, slightly better than the first one, because he wasn't, drained of his powers, so he has powers the whole time, so it was okay. But again, it was still kind of boring. Now, on to the main event. The best Thor movie out of the three, which isn't saying a lot, if you know what I mean. Anyway, Thor Ragnarok, I finished it today. What did I think of it? Well, I enjoyed it quite a bit. Now, I know I've reviewed a few movies on here, mostly they're superhero movies, but, I guess a little backstory that you probably don't need, but I do, watch, movie reviews, of course, and I have been trying to get more into movies. I've been watching more movies, maybe not studying them, but I have been, trying to, look for flaws, see which ones I like, see which ones are good, all that fun stuff. And I have, at least from what I've gathered, you gotta look at things objectively when you're watching a movie, cinematography and acting, all that fun stuff. And a fun fact, about Thor: The Dark World is one of my favorite actors. Chris O'Dowd is in there. I like his work. Anyway, that's off topic. But, Ragnarok, yes. Again, it was an interesting movie. because I think most of the shots, they were like pretty normal, you know. There wasn't anything like super spectacular. There was one scene that I really liked the cinematography of. I believe it's like maybe like Loki and Valkyrie, maybe, I forget who it is, but I know like Loki and somebody else. They're walking towards the Grandmaster, and it like zooms in on their, well, not zooms in, but it's like panned on their face, and then it goes to the floor, and the floor is reflective, and you kind of follow that. So I think that was pretty cool. You know, overall, the aesthetic was kind of interesting, I guess. It was alright. The music was like kind of, again, it was okay. It was definitely an interesting perspective. Like, out of the 3 Thor movies, it was definitely interesting because it was like, you know, you've got like the first 2 were kind of boring. I did like what Thor: The Dark World did with like the credits and the art style in the credits. That was cool. But yeah, the first 2 are pretty like dark toned. There's no like super bright stuff going, if that makes sense. Like, but then Thor Ragnarok's like all colorful, and like it's got like the music and all that stuff. I'm not gonna say what era it's from because I'm not 100% sure what those songs are from. Like, I want to say the 70s, but I'm probably wrong on that. Maybe 80s. I'm probably wrong. So if you want to correct me in the comments, please feel free. Especially I should know that because those are like really popular songs that everybody should know. But my memory is not the best at the moment. Anyway, so yeah, it's definitely an interesting departure from the other Thor movies because it's so colorful. And again, we have like, it's just a whole nother vibe because you've got like Doctor Strange and Hulk, and everybody's in the movie. It's crazy. I definitely liked it a lot. I like Korg. He was funny, of course. So yes, Hela was an interesting villain. She's definitely better than like Malekith. Yeah, that sounds about right. She's definitely like more interesting and better. I mean, I personally think she was like a better actor, more interesting all around. Because, you know, Malekith, like, he was just plain boring. It was like, oh, he wants to like make the world dark or get his revenge on Asgard. I mean, at least Hela, I thought her motivation was better. The actress was better. And again, all the like the action I thought was better. Because I mean, okay, well, I mean, Thor: The Dark World did have interesting action. I will say that because of the way like they teleported and they went back and forth. So that was an interesting set piece. But it was still like the overall movie was kind of like meh. And I really am glad we didn't have to see that Evan guy, right? The actor that, right? I'm glad we didn't have to go like Midgard or anything like that, Earth, because that it's, I guess, other than to see Doctor Strange. But Doctor Strange is, you know, funny and everything. I will say that Thor: The Ragnarok did give me some chuckles and stuff. I actually thought it was funny. But you know, it was just like the scientist guy, right, in the Dark World. I don't like him because he was in the first Thor and then Avengers and the Dark World. Is his name Evan? It's Evan. I don't like him. Anyway, so yeah, I'm glad we didn't see him. And again, Thor Ragnarok's just an overall better experience. I'm kind of just repeating myself now. So, yeah, that's my Thor retrospective. Boring, better than the first one, but still boring. And then definitely overall more entertaining. The actors are just better. The vibe is more energetic. It's just better. So, yeah. I know I'm late to the party on that review, definitely. But I'm all caught up for the MCU until Ant-Man and the Wasp. So yeah, if you liked this review, then thanks. If you did not, I'm sorry, I guess. If you want more like retrospectives, then let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. I still am going to make a 200 subscriber special. I just need to find the energy to do it. I know what you're thinking. My videos don't require a whole lot of energy because I'm sitting in front of a camera. I don't do a whole lot of editing, but what I've got planned is a bit more than, it requires a bit more energy than what I normally do. Not really, but I'm just like, meh, you know? I'm kind of like, meh, yeah. So anyway, thanks for watching. There should be another video sometime in the future. If you have any requests of any comics you want me to review, put them down below and let me know. Peace.